So the last thing I want to show you is one of the bigger benefits of SEOLinkVine, and that's the actual statistics and tracking mechanisms built within it. So most sites, when you do send out an article, it's out there, it's out of your hands. You don't really have any kind of information to go back and track its effectiveness. Now within SEOLinkVine, if you look at this top navigation here, there's a little link called Stats. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on that and show you exactly the types of things that you can get in terms of information from the articles that you've submitted out there to really not only track what you've done, but to see the benefit of actually going through, spending the time, spinning the content, and to watch your rankings grow, watch your positions grow over time. So this is an account that I've set up just to demo how to actually submit some articles. So I'm going to jump in and I'm going to show you some data from an account that we've had just to show you article and site stats, and then I'll explain the ranking factors. This is an account that we set up just to track some of the basic functions of the statistics package within SEOLinkVine. So when we look at things like the article stats, what we can get is the total number of articles that we've submitted to the system list. And this is 7 out of 12 total articles which are either in draft or have not been published at this time. Now, 5 of these articles have been published. The number of times these articles were presented to owners is 13. So if we look at the bar chart information, it's been presented 13 times. 5 of those site owners have approved the content. It has never been rejected, meaning that 8 of those instances are still pending determining whether or not the site owner will post that article. 2 of which of these are published. So this is just some basic information, site stats on a test account, just to show you what this might look like. Now when we look at site stats, we get things like how many sites are receiving content that we own from SEOLinkVine, and that's 3. How many articles have been submitted for our approval, that's 7. And the number of articles that we have approved and published, that's 2. So we can also see how many are waiting for our approval, but you'll get emails and notifications on that. Now this is the basic information, but what I really want to talk about is the ranking tab here. So within the ranking tab, this is where you're going to get the best information that you can be using to help determine what's working and what's not working. So the first thing that I want to show you is, again, you can filter these settings by project. So when I go through and I see I set up that cardio training project, all the articles that I submit on my cardio training project are going to have terms that I want to track listed here. Now this is what's really cool about this system. The keywords that I've specified in my anchor text and the URLs that I want to rank for that anchor text are automatically pulled into the system and tracked. So if we look at the article that I did submit, we look at the edited version of it, you can see interval training was one of the article anchor texts that I used, and that goes to my intervaltraining.com website that I set up, and then losing weight was the other one. Now when we look in the tracking system, you can see interval training and losing weight both show up to the appropriate URLs. Now we track this information in terms of where we rank in Google, Yahoo, and Bing for the terms on these URLs, but we also look at how many links these pages have. So we're not looking at links to this domain, we're looking at links to the page that you specify the anchor text for. We also pull the PR information. Now to get this information, you need to install a plugin. Now this is a really simple process. Go ahead, click to download it. Now I'm going to put this on my desktop. Now as soon as it's there, I'm going to go ahead and click and install it, so run it. So we're installed. Now I'm going to run this application. Now in settings, make sure that your username and password are specified for this to work. So what we see here is that it's pulling the keywords that I have specified in my account. So it's looking for the term interval training. Where do I rank in Google, Yahoo, and Bing? And it's going to pull the link information. It's going to pull all the relevant information for those terms. So next time when I go back to the Stats tab, I can see for interval training, I rank 165 in Google for this URL, and I have 22,100 links, and it's still pulling the PR. So you can see it's doing all the information for every single keyword in my account, and it's pulling it. So to do this, you have to just click on Run All Keywords Now and hit OK. Make sure that your settings are set up. Now if you have a firewall, it may give you an error, so just make sure that you allow this program to run. So if I go back through, I refresh this page, you can see that it's specified all the information for interval training. So as it downloads the information, I get all the information for every single keyword that I'm tracking over time. Now what else I can see is that for any given keyword, not only can I track what it is at any moment, I can track what's happening to it over time. So I can see what the position of this term is over time. So since this is only one data point, I can't see anything right now. But if I'm moving from the very first position in Google to much higher, like 165 as an example here, I can see how many links I have for this over time. So if I'm gaining links, dropping links, and I can see what my page rank is over time. So every single time I add a new article every single time I add a new article to SEOLinkVine, it automatically pulls my keywords, specifies what project they're for, and automatically tracks my ranking of my anchor text for my URLs for me to really show me how much benefit I'm getting from this system. I think this is one of the coolest features, and this is really what's going to show you how powerful article spinning is as a technique to really build traffic and rank.